I believe inflatable decoys are one of turkey hunting's best kept secrets. When it comes to decoys, decoys are something that really can make you or break you. One reason I would say that inflatable decoys is one of turkey hunting's best kept secrets is because several years back I carried a bunch of them I had a booth at the NWTF convention, and I carried a bunch of them to sell, and they just didn't hardly sell at all. And I was watching everybody carrying out those big bulky strutters. The strutters had just kind of hit the market, and they were carrying those big boxes that were literally this big with one decoy in it. And there was a couple of different brands. It seemed like everybody in there had one of them, and I thought to myself, if you only knew what you're going to go through carrying that big bulky strutter decoy with you around, and when you could take one of these inflatables and stick it in your pocket and cover a lot more ground and have more success. You carry one of those big bulky hard plastic strutters, your mobility is going to be hampered. You're going to probably make a lot of noise. They're hard and plasticky. Any limbs or brush that rake against them is going to make a lot of racket, and they're just going to slow you down. And it really does you very little good to have a decoy in your vest, and if you're not set up on turkeys. And mobility is something that'll help you get in tight on turkeys, get set up on them, and let your decoy do the rest. And if you can't get set up, your decoy is not going to work. My early days of decoy use, I used a Siri hen. I had one hen decoy, that's all I had, and I carried her with me everywhere. Back then it wasn't legal to use them in Alabama, but when I went to Missouri and Kentucky and everywhere else on my travels, that Siri hen went with me. And now it's just like anybody else. I wanted a more realistic decoy, and they're getting more realistic all the time, and I switched to the Cherokee Sports decoy. And I've used two different kinds. I've used the kind that I've got behind me, the kind that comes in this Ultimate 4-pack. Believe it or not, there were 4 decoys all in this little small box, but I've used these, and I used the ones that have the molded heads, the Cherokee Sports molded head decoys, and they're really realistic, and I like to use those some too. But these I don't have the molded heads. They're very realistic, and they work. They just flat work, and they fit my system of aggressive turkey hunting. And they're very easy to set up. They always take perfect shape. No matter how cold it is or how hot it is, they conform to what a turkey's supposed to look like. When you puff them up full of air, they're just inflated, and you're not having any trouble with trying to get them expanded and out like you do those foam type decoys. Look, this is the way to go. Just give it a try. If you just give it a try, they're available at Walmart. If you just go in and give these decoys a try, I don't think you'll ever go back. And not in your run and gun. Not when you're running and gunning. You won't ever go back to any other kind of decoy. I can promise you that. This is turkey hunting's best kept secrets. Inflatable decoys. Get you some.